Unveiling the truth behind depression. Depression grips millions across the globe, indiscriminate of age, gender, or race. Yet, strikingly, many suffer in silence, engulfed by a desolate sense of isolation. Intriguingly, Johann Hari unravels this profound puzzle, pulling at the thread of misunderstood connections and tying them into an astonishing revelation that rattles the core of widely accepted depression theories. In an electrifying approach, Hari turns the tables by highlighting that depression results from an unmet psychological need rather than a mere biological malfunction. The perspective shifts seamlessly from the conventional lens of clinical diagnoses to delve into the root of the issue: feelings of disconnection and isolation prevalent in depression patients. Hari takes the reader on an enlightening journey to several parts of the globe, meeting the most eminent scientists championing a new approach to dealing with depression. Astoundingly, they break away from long-trodden paths, dropping the traditional pill-popping solutions which have long been heralded as the gold standard of treatment. The turning point arises when Hari stumbles upon an enlightening study. Surprisingly, scientists have observed that social animals, like humans, tend to go into a state of depression when isolated for long periods. It reveals a significant correlation, indicating that depression is largely a result of humans' disconnection from their inherent social nature. The revelation is indeed a shocking eureka moment, the missing piece to the depression puzzle. In essence, it pushes the boundaries of established viewpoints, revealing that the anguish of depression is not necessarily a sign of an organ malfunctioning. It's a profound discovery that alters the way we look at, understand, and attempt to heal the affliction of depression. It's an earth-shattering revelation that paints a clear picture. It dispels the pharmaceutical company's long-held dogma that depression is purely a chemical imbalance in the brain that can only be rectified through medication. It underlines that depression is essentially a social disorder, a societal malaise, rather than a personal failing. The exploration triggers a potent question: could the solution to depression reside in reconnecting with each other? The answer propels a renewed perspective on dealing with depression. Moreover, it offers a ray of hope for those grappling in the dark, waiting fervently for a sliver of light, a path to regain their lost connections. The riveting first part of the book takes us by storm, setting a solid foundation for a journey ripe with potentially life-changing implications. Insights into a hidden epidemic. Society's demands and the seemingly unending consumer race have stretched individuals to the brink. Stress, disconnection, and burnout have become pervasive elements of everyday life. The story introduces us to the startling evidence linking this amplified stress and the rise of depression. Uncovering an intriguing connection, the book presents 10 years of social science research. It identifies 9 disconnections that humanity collectively experiences, each linking directly to the rise of depression. The correlation between these disconnections and increased depression rates serves as a stark indictment of the direction society is heading. Among the investigated disconnections, the disconnection from meaningful work stands out significantly. The narrative revolves around individuals who perform physically and mentally taxing jobs, but they derive no satisfaction. Rather than feeling fulfilled or content, these individuals experience a profound emptiness, making life devoid of joy, triggering burnout and depression. Another startling kind of disconnection scrutinized is disconnection from nature. Humans evolved in attunement with the natural world, but suddenly, millions find themselves trapped in concrete jungles, divorced from the natural elements. The deprivation from contact with nature can trigger a sense of estrangement, further contributing to depression. The book introduces an alluring concept of junk values, the disconnection from meaningful values. It brings to light the reckless pursuit of material possessions and status over substantial relationships or personal growth. The narrative reveals this obsession as a primary driver, causing individuals to lose sight of what genuinely gives life meaning, consequently giving rise to depression. Remarkably, the story showcases the link between childhood trauma and increasing depression rates in adults. The evidence is compelling. suggesting that unprocessed childhood trauma often festers deep within, frequently leading to depression in later life. This second part of the book introduces us to an array of disconnections prevalent in modern society. It powerfully highlights the intricate link between these disconnections and depression in an eye-opening revelation that challenges conventional wisdom about depression. It fuels curiosity, triggering an eager anticipation to delve deeper into the world of lost connections, for the promising prospect of finding hope, unearthing hope amidst despair. The narrative deepens its exploration, ushering into focus a sharper perspective on depression. Rather than viewing depression within the narrow parameters of chemical imbalance, it peels back layers of societal constructs, revealing its complex underpinnings. The extracts from this section venture into the realm of recovery and reconnection, embarking on the quest for solutions to depression. Dismissing one-size-fits-all approaches, the narrative probes for different methods to counter disconnection and depression. It delves into various case studies, unearthing inspiring, real-life instances of people who have managed to reconnect and escape depression's grasp. This quest for solutions uncovers a wealth of understanding about the true nature of recovery. A captivating scenario presents a group of people in Berlin who transform their desolate municipal space into a shared community garden. Regardless of the paradox of constructing a garden in an industrial city, these residents reinterpret their desolation as a place of thriving life. Through this collective endeavor, they unearth hope, experience genuine connections, and subsequently undermine the grip of depression. Elsewhere, a radical approach to overcoming the disconnection from meaningful values is born. Here, the story portrays a real-life episode of an American psychiatrist who experiences a revelation about his practice's inefficiency. Shattering conventional pathological approaches, he provokes a paradigm shift. Recognizing that his patients require connections, he aids them in forming a group, wherein they cooperate on a shared project, creating a therapeutic community of their own. The narrative also delves into an inventive way of dealing with the disconnection from a meaningful future. It underlines a far-flung place in Norway, where instead of incarcerating the addicts and mentally ill in secluded cells, they are included in a functional community. Offering them the chance to participate in daily activities, it bestows a renewed sense of purpose, thus helping to alleviate depressive symptoms. The third section of the book invites us into a world of possible solutions. It heralds a new era of human connection as the potent healing force against depression. The engaging tales of recovery not only inspire but also present a tantalizing prospect of a world in which depression loses its clout, sparking a glimmer of hope amidst a seemingly bleak landscape, the life-changing power of reconnection. In a decisive crescendo, the narrative takes an exciting turn towards radical healing perspectives for depression. The picture emerges, detailing how those suffering from depression regain their life's lost connections, securing their journey to recovery. This concluding segment, packed with revelations, is a groundbreaking examination of depression's foe, reconnection. One of the resonant voices comes from a woman emerging from the throes of depression by reconnecting with her authentic trauma. She faces her deep-seated wounds instead of the mere symptoms. This courageous journey to the roots of her trauma catalyzes the healing process, offering a unique prism through which to view depression. Then comes the story of reconnecting with the body's natural rhythms in the battle against depression. Society often forces individuals to ignore signals their bodies give, leading to disconnection from the physical self, which can intensify depressive symptoms. The book showcases a reverse engineering process in enlightening accounts of people consciously acknowledging their bodily signs and thus mapping their pathway out of depression. The narrative unveils a revolutionary approach towards tackling the disconnection from status and respect. Complex societal hierarchies often contribute to depression by nurturing a sense of worthlessness among individuals. In an awe-inspiring experiment, an Argentine city dismantles this power structure. It initiates an egalitarian system that fosters collective decision-making, ultimately presenting a vivid testament to the strength of community spirit over depression. In a final, sweeping revelation, the focus turns towards addressing the disconnection from the natural world. Intriguing accounts come to light of individuals reviving a harmonious relationship with nature, substituting the mechanistic urban life with nature's soothing rhythm. These experiences underline the profound healing, reconnection with the environment, capable of transforming depressive states into flourishing human connections. This concluding part of the story takes us on a breathtaking journey of repositioning suffering in the landscape of hope and connection. The solution to depression lies not within pill bottles, but in the very fabric of human relationships and connections. It arouses an irresistible curiosity, an eagerness to implement these findings not just at an individual but a societal level, manifesting a world free of such debilitating disconnections. Jubilant triumph over the depression enigma. As the narrative unfolds progressively, it places the spotlight on a crucial discovery: the importance of societal reconnection in combating depression. It showcases the incredible transformation that occurs when society takes collective responsibility for the mental well-being of its members. It brings into focus the invaluable power of human connection, sparking an exhilarating wave of hope. Hari manifests the reality of a neighborhood in an impoverished area of São Paulo, Brazil. The residents of this community band together to protest against the devastating privatization wave. Gallantly, they combat not just the takeover of their streets, but also their prevalence of depression. Comradeship becomes their antidote to despair, becoming a living testament to the power of human bonding. Simultaneously, an intriguing examination of depression brings attention to the profound link between loneliness and the crippling condition. The narrative underscores an inspiring narrative of a group forging a sense of belonging amidst societal chaos. The people come together, sharing hardships and joys, sewing the torn fabric of their disintegrated connection, a vibrant step towards overcoming depression. The focus then shifts to an eye-catching realization about the role of meaningful values in averting depression. The story brings to the fore an artist who confronts his junk values, reshaping them into more substantial values, thus managing to sever the chains of depression. Finally, the narrative showcases how a peaceful reconciliation with childhood trauma paves the way to recovery. It narrates the tale of a woman scarred by childhood trauma, embodied in depression. In a heart-rending yet triumphant venture, she confronts her past, ultimately finding release from the grueling clutches of depression. This final, reflective part of the narrative portrays the rebuilding of lost connections, offering an exhilarating ray of hope. It inspires and invigorates with countless stories of triumph over despair, thus bringing depression into a new sphere of understanding. Precisely, it drives home the idea that a significant part of the solution to depression lies in restoring disconnected bonds and insight that promises a brighter, more hopeful future.